Wanted to ask you, Martin, why did you start Bluwave? What made you want to start Bluwave?
So, Bluwave was an answer to the problem, and because of I wanted to build something that can help our community, that can help our Pacific community, especially with in terms of businesses and organizations, because in most cases our community and our businesses are disadvantaged in terms of resources, in terms of funding. If we were to talk about an example of that is a lot of the corporations, the larger businesses, they are able to afford larger. They're able to afford mainstream digital agencies that produce sales and marketing materials that add value to their products. And because they have that funding, because they have that power, that leaves our smaller businesses they don't have that kind of budget. So Bluwave Moana is able to create digital sales and marketing resources and materials that can add value to our Pacifica and small businesses, that can level the playing field and have them be able to compete at the level that the bigger corporations are. Because if you go to these big digital agencies, they have creatives, they have different departments, they have different studios that would do, they'll do like a campaign, right? For example, there was a time when we were in Samoa and I found out that Samoa Tourism had had a team from Australia, and I think the project was around 80K to produce ads. And that team, they flew in from Australia, and then they put together all of this stuff. And it was really well developed, like the adverts. I think they were aiming towards more of the Balangi tourists than they were for the returnees, the Samoan tourists. But in saying that, with having a bigger team, you're able to get things at a bigger scale. So that's the mission that we face here. In fact, I don't know why I mentioned that, but that's the mission that we face here, is that we try to offer the same type of quality of works at a price that's affordable for our Pacifica communities. And sometimes it's like what Karl was saying, today he'll be doing Fabric Plus, tomorrow he'll be working on PFH, and then the next day. It's not like one set period of time, like, okay, for the next 2 weeks we're going to be working on this thing. No, it's very different here.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the flow that we've adjusted so that we'll be able to deliver our works. If there's one thing that we do hold higher than our competitors, is that our media arm, Bluwave TV, our podcasts and our programs, they have a higher view number and also a further reach. So we have Tota Iae, we have Sports Telenor, and then we have, of course, Breaking Waves, like different programs, different style programs with different audiences. But once we put messaging, like our advertisers, our clients' messaging on there, it gets seen much more, and it gets the distance versus other companies.
What's been your favorite project of the year?
Favorite project for this year? It's really hard to say. It's been a really difficult year. Like, we didn't work on many projects this year versus the previous years. Like, we've had projects every second month.
When I joined, I'm pretty sure we had like 3 or 4 projects already.
Yeah.
Because that was close to the end of the year.
Well, we had projects this year, but they weren't.
We just didn't have as many as the previous years.
And they were very short projects too.
Which was actually an indication or a reflection of everyone's current state in the economy. A lot of businesses can't spend money as much, even our own clients.
This morning on RNZ, I read an article where New Zealand's back into recession. I was watching a bit of the parliamentary and the New Zealand parliamentary, and they were going back and forth between our position in the government of the day with the economy. So it's a really bad year. I'm hoping 2025 will be better.
Yeah. But how have you been dealing with it? With the pressures of, you know, the current economy?
Man, ole kakalo really having faith in God is one, and constant praying, and then constant communications with the team, with our team, like how they are, where are we at with our works. Thirdly, I've had to rely on my circle of friends. It's really important that you have a good group of people around you. You know, there was that saying, like I think the first time I heard it was back in 2011, and it was what Tofinga was saying, like Tofinga Bluwave. He was talking about his life story, and then it was one of the graduations that we were filming, but I was actually tuning into what he was saying. He was saying as he was growing up on that, you know, coming up into that whole area where he's at right now, he said one of the best advice he can give is to surround yourself with good people. And you know, that's something I'm very fortunate. Like our business partners, our business suppliers, our team, the whole entire 5 that are here and the 3 that are in Samoa. Like we were able to talk things out, come up with plans, help each other. So I'm very fortunate for that. I think that'll be probably my favorite project this year was reevaluating the situation and seeing how to continue to push forward with what you have and who you got.